Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to be talking about the FCAR nerf that happened in the most recent patch. So the FCAR's mag went from 25 to 22. No, sorry. The mag went from 20 to 25, and the damage went from 25 to 22, so it's like a nerf and a buff. But this effectively makes the FCAR completely useless. Now, the video that I'm watching here is FCAR is completely useless now, AKM better, the finals 2.6.0 update comparison. And this video was made by Tiny Tiff. I think they mainly do skin showcases, but yesterday they uploaded like a kind of time to kill comparison type thing for the FCAR and the AKM, which is what I'm going to be looking through. So I'll leave a link to this video and to their channel in the description down below. But I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I'm basically just going to complain. This is basically going to be a rant. If you just want like the straight facts and the straight TTK information, probably just go watch this video. But I'm just going to be complaining about this really, because it's just not a very smart decision from Embark, I think. So, right, so where are we going to skip to? We're going to skip to... So basically they just test the time to kills against each of the classes, so like the body shots and the headshots against each of the classes, and they compare the AKM and the FCAR. And basically, the conclusion at the end here, which is what I'm going to skip to, is that the AKM is just better. And the reason for that is because, well, so the AKM is better against medium, FCAR slightly better. When they say slightly, it's 0.01 seconds of a faster time to kill. That's how much slightly it is. Very, very slightly better against heavy and light, and the AKM's better against heavy and light. So AKM is just better. Like, it's just better. Why? Because it's got less recoil. Like, the recoil pattern isn't so bad. It's pretty easy to control. It's much easier to control than the FCAR, because the FCAR really kicks up a lot, and the AKM also has a better fire rate. So, like, the AKM has more recoil, less recoil, easier to control recoil, a better fire rate, like a faster fire rate, and also it's got 36 bullets in the mag instead of 25. So why would you use the FCAR? Like, there is absolutely no purpose whatsoever in using the FCAR right now, unless you want to kill someone 0.01 seconds faster, you know, but like, that's really not that much of a difference. That's not going to be the difference maker in who wins the fight, right? And the AKM just shoots faster and has 36 bullets in the mag instead of 25 and an easier recoil pattern. So like, so the title of this video is probably going to be something like the FCAR is completely useless now, or something like that, or like the FCAR was nerfed, and it genuinely is completely inferior to the AKM now. Like, the FAMAS was introduced, and then its recoil change its recoil pattern rather got changed a lot of times after it came out, and then no one uses it. Like, no one uses the FAMAS because the AKM and the FCAR are just better, and now the AKM is just better than the FCAR. I think a lot of people are still going to be running FCAR because I think they're just going to be so used to using it, but the AKM is just better now. You've got more bullets, easier recoil, and the time to kill is like better or the same, basically. So it's really, really not so much of a smart decision to be using the FCAR right now, but I think it's an interesting nerf. Like, if you like the FCAR, you can use it, but there's really not a whole lot of point. Like, you might as well just run something with the bigger mag size and the easier recoil, you know? But it's not, it hasn't been nerfed into the ground or anything. It's just that the AKM is better. And, like, it's just not a very good decision, I think, because right now, the current meta that we have, there's not a whole lot of stuff in it, you know? Like, in ranked, if you're playing light, it's like XP54 or M11, unless you're absolutely insane at the game, and then you can probably run, like, sniper or throwing knives or something like that. So that you've got, like, 2 weapons you can run in ranked and be okay with, as a light. For medium, well, now you have the AKM and the Model 1887, and I guess you can still use the FCAR, but there's really not so much point, which is like 3 weapons. And for the heavy, it's like flamethrower, Lewis gun, M60. So like more than half of the weapons in the game you just can't use in ranked right now, and that's just not great. And I think you can use the FCAR still, but there's just no point right now, you know? There's like no point using it if the game is better. Anyway, this is just a little bit of a rant video. Go watch this video. Just a nice, simple, very easy to understand like TTK comparison. But basically, there's no point using the FCAR now, and the AKM is better. The FCAR is no longer like the supreme medium weapon. And if you don't like the AKM or the FCAR or the FAMAS, then just run the Model 1887 because that is not so hard to use, and it can 3-shot heavies and 2-shot everything else. It's very, very powerful, and it's not that hard to aim either. And of course, you don't have any recoil patterns or anything like that. You got to deal with the reload, sure. You got to hit your shots, but I think it is going to be better. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to complain a little bit about this because it, like, maybe they needed to buff the damage a little bit more. Like, it doesn't make sense for a weapon that is much harder to use to do less damage or do, like, the same amount of damage as a weapon that's much easier to use, you know? But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.